Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Yaje here with another gardening video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I harvest my bitter leaves two ways. One, when I'm harvesting it for regrowth, that's I want the bitter leaves to continue growing. And then the second method, how I harvest my bitter leaves in such a way that I can save the stems for propagation. You know, you can propagate bitter leaves by growing the bitter leaves from seeds, which is very difficult to find the seeds and get it to germinate. Or you can save the stems and then propagate your bitter leaves that way. So by watching this video, you will find out how to harvest your bitter leaves in such a way that you can save the stems for propagation. I'm also going to share with you how you can get the stems, because I know that is going to be a question that many of you would have, because I am very sure that you would want to grow bitter leaves yourself. Or if you want to grow bitter leaves from seeds, I am also going to share with you how to get the seeds. So if you would like to see how I harvest bitter leaves two ways, one for regrowth and one so that the stem can continue to mature, and you would like to see how I process bitter leaves, a large batch of bitter leaves, and also know where to get the seeds or the stems, then stay tuned now and let's get started. Tribe, today is Saturday the 28th of September 2024, and I'm gonna be doing a big harvest of the bitter leaves. So I wanted to take you along for the process. This is about 3 months of growth from stem propagation. 3 months of growth, yeah, July, August, and then September. Yeah. So we're going to harvest this and see how much we get. Come along with me. So the first way that I harvest my bitter leaves for regrowth is by cutting the stem. So you count a couple of leaves from the bottom and then you cut the stem, and then each node is going to produce more stems. Okay, let me see if I can show you what I'm doing here. So this is the stem that I planted, this one right here, and it has produced a couple of shoots for me. I'm just harvesting like from right here at an angle, then this one right here, 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 here. All right. Okay, and I'm gonna do the same thing all the way. Now, when I want to harvest my bitter leaves to save the stems, I do kind of a selective cutting of the stems. Let me show you how. So look, this is how much harvest we have from the bitter leaves along this side of the fence. Look. I am pleased. I am very, very pleased. When I want to harvest my bitter leaves to save the stems, I do kind of a selective cutting of the stems. Let me show you how. This is the bitter leaves that I'm going to harvest, and I'm going to do it in a different style, the harvesting in a different style. That's because I want to save the stems. I want the stems to mature so I can propagate them. So what I will do is I will not just cut the stems from here. I will leave the stems to continue to mature, and then I'm just going to harvest the leaves because that's what I want. So I'm saving this particular stem so it can continue to mature, and because I want just the leaves, I'm going to harvest it like so. Okay, it's going to continue to grow until it matures. So I'm going to select some of the big stems and do just harvesting of the leaves, and then the small tiny stems I'm going to cut like so. If I see the thick stem, that will be safe for propagation, and then the tiny stems I am going to harvest by cutting. But when I cut, what will happen is it's going to produce new stems from the nodes. I hope it makes sense what I'm trying to explain. You will see, I'll show you the end result when I'm done harvesting. All right, tribe, I'm done harvesting. Hopefully you can see what I was trying to explain. So I have left a couple of the bigger, thicker stems to continue to mature so that I can use the stems for propagation. So you can see that this stem is very thick. You know, the thick stems, I selectively left them there. And then the ones that were tiny, like so, I cut those. This is gonna continue to mature, and by mature, I mean turn brown like this, woody like this, because we want it woody so that we can cut it and then plant and continue the propagation process. So yeah, that's how it's looking like. I left some of the leaves on top so it can continue to photosynthesize and grow. And then this is what I was able to harvest in this bucket right here. Okay, the bitter leaf harvest continues. Container number 2. Look at our harvest, the bitter leaf harvest. It's a lot of bitter leaves. The sun is coming out now, and so it's starting to wilt. But this is the part of the process that I particularly really do not care for, processing. So I'm going to show you what I do. Well, when I have a lot of bitter leaves like this, I just like to do the processing outdoors. That way I take care of the mess outdoors. Yeah, I'm going to use my kitchen shears to do this job. If you've ever worked with bitter leaves before, you know how your hands get bitter. It stains your hands and stuff like that. You can get around that by wearing some gloves if you want, but using kitchen shears just like so. So this is what I do to process the bitter leaves super fast. I shamelessly use my kitchen scissors. It's a tool that works for me. It's probably going to take me at least half an hour to walk through this. I'll catch you on the other side, I guess. Let me do this thankless job. Oh my God. Guys, if you have some tips of your own, share with me. Let me take you along for this part of the bitter leaf processing process. Okay, so the last time you saw these bitter leaves, I was trying to pick the leaves from the stems. So I picked the leaves from the stems. I washed the leaves right here outdoors using water from my water hose right here and this setup. And then in this large pot, I boiled water. I filled it up with water, brought it to a boil, and then added what we call kangwa or limestone in there. And yeah, the bitter leaves, I forgot to mention that after washing the bitter leaves, I cut it up like so with a knife outdoors right here on my table. I cut it up and then I boil the water now. Put that limestone inside. If you don't have limestone, you can use baking soda. It does about the same thing. And then I put my cut up bitter leaves in here and then poured that boiling water inside, and it's been in here for about 5 minutes now. I'm just using this large wooden spoon to stir it. So the purpose of the hot water is to soften the bitter leaves a little. And then the reason why we add the limestone or baking soda is so that it maintains the green color and it helps with tenderizing the leaves as well. So the next stage is going to be to remove this bitter leaf now from this water, and I'm going to use my colander, put it here, and then I will proceed to kind of wash the bitter leaves, just rub the bitter leaves a little, get some of that bitterness out. I don't get a lot of it out, but yeah, I do wash it a little, just by rubbing it, and then get some of the bitter out, and the bitter leaves will be ready to either preserve in the freezer for long-term use or to cook bitter leaf soup, ndole, or whatever you desire with it. Yeah, so that's the process. So let's strain the bitter leaf now and continue with our process. Okay, tribe, after all that work, this is all the bitter leaves I'm left with. So you see, you can now see the value of bitter leaves, All of that work boils down to this. If somebody were to sell this to you at, or for say $100, you will scream. But this is already 4 hours of my life just harvesting and processing. I'm not putting the time I'm not adding in the time that I spent growing the bitter leaves. So yeah, let's go cook some country bitter leaves now. So yeah, I know the next natural question that you're going to have is, how do I get the stems? Well, I do sell the stems, but because we are in October and it's going to be winter very soon, I don't like to sell the stems right now because many of you will not know what to do to preserve the stems over the winter. So what I like to do is I like to take my time and propagate the stems over the winter so that by the time spring rolls around, we have stems that have formed roots. That way, all you need to do is dig a hole in the ground, put your bitter leaf stems or your rooted stems in there, and then it just takes off. So if you would like to have some stems for the spring, just stay tuned on this channel because I'm going to offer them for sale around March of 2025. As far as the seeds, you can also grow bitter leaves from seeds, and many people have been asking me, and I've shared on this video several times, where to get the seeds. Go on Etsy, look for this shop right here. I'm going to put the name on the screen. You can get your seeds from them. I got bitter leaf seeds from them last year, and I did grow the seeds. They germinated, and I have a whole patch, bitter leaf patch from those seeds. So yeah, you can get the seeds from that shop on Etsy and then try to grow the bitter leaves from seeds. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video added value to you. Do not forget to give the video a thumbs up, say hello down in the description box below, and if you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to join the tribe. Until next time, family, remember to grow a garden, because when you grow a garden, you grow health. Bye, everyone.